But it is time for us to head outside as we get some gardening DIY tips. And who better to get it from than our gardening expert, Tanya Visser, as she shows us how to make a hanging herb garden.
This morning we have a great little garden DIY for you, and it's specifically geared towards those of you who live in a townhouse or a flat where space is very limited, but you still want to grow your own little plants. And who better to ask advice from than our very own builder's garden expert, Tanya Visser. Tanya, townhouse living, flat living, not a lot of space. What do you have for us this morning?
Well, so many people this does apply to because they really battle with space, and an excuse that they cannot garden, not acceptable. If you can't garden on the ground, if you haven't got enough space, you garden in the air, up the walls, and that's what we're going to show you today.
So what are we actually doing this morning?
Well, we've got a hanging basket that's got this awesome liner in it. It's a coir liner, it's been molded already, and thank goodness for good technology, because before you had to like open it up and squish it all and line the actual basket. Now they've molded it already, so we've got this basket that you can buy from your local builders, all different sizes, and you'll recognize this gadget because this is what we're going to need to put on the inside.
It's your standard plastic bag.
Bin bag.
That's it, bin bag, yeah.
You're going to line this guy with it.
Okay. So why exactly are we doing this though?
Well, the black plastic's going to help to hold moisture in it, because you'll see that the coir liner is very, very porous. I mean, you can literally see through it, there are holes. With the black plastic, it really holds the moisture, because we know the biggest issue why baskets fail is because they lack water.
And I guess we need to make some holes in the plastic.
Absolutely. You just pierce it, stab it a few times at the bottom. Perfect for drainage. Okay, next up we need to get our mixture ready to go inside our basket. We're going to make up quite an intense mixture using some potting soil, and we're probably going to go with about 10 spadefuls of this for a basket that size, and that's a standard 35 centimetre basket.
And of course you want to make sure that there's enough nutrients in the soil.
Absolutely, because you've got 3 or 4 plants in there all fighting for moisture and food, and it's a zoo in there.
It's a zoo in there.
Okay, and then 2 small spadefuls of bone meal to encourage
That's
the
the root
rooting.
development.
Yeah, good job. And then a bit of vermiculite.
That's
And vermiculite helps to hold the moisture as well. Remember, these little guys swell up to how many times its size?
10?
You're good.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay, and so when the basket and the plants, when they need moisture, they can just suck it out the vermiculite, which is fantastic. And then we're just going to mix that all in. Next step is we're going to take some of our good mixture and put it into the bottom of our basket.
Perfect.
And whatever you do, don't fill it all the way to the top.
Okay, how come?
Because then you're going to be like a Jack Russell, trying to dig the soil out to fit the plant in.
All right, Tanya, let's get to planting. And I see you've got a great little selection of herbs for us this morning. When it comes to planting herbs, is there a specific kind of formula that you need to follow?
Most herbs enjoy full sun and a well-drained soil. We've got a great selection. We've got some sweet basil, a ground cover thyme, some sage, oregano, which is great for any tomato dishes, and then some parsley. We start with our center plant, okay, so that we can get like a pyramid shape, the tallest eventual growing size, and then the low ones around the outer edge.
Cool. Taking it the basil is going to grow quite quickly.
Absolutely. You know, sweet basil gets to about 30, 40 centimeters in height. When you use the back of the trowel, your little spade, and then you can just firm in to get rid of all the little air pockets. Where there are these air pockets, that's when the roots dry out, you know?
I see.
And that's not what we want. Right, and a bit more. There we go. Then you find your spot to hang your basket, remember, in full sun, and there we go, gorgeous basket. All it needs now is a good watering. I strongly suggest you give it a good watering before, while it's lying down here, sitting here, and then wait for it to drain a bit, and then you can go hang it up, because else you're going to be doing weights.
Tanya, thank you, man. That looks absolutely beautiful. Remember, if you want to have these tips in creating your own little herb garden, especially if you live in a townhouse or a flat, you can log on to our website, expressoshow.com.
To create this hanging garden, start by lining a coir basket with a bin bag and pierce a few holes in the bottom for drainage. Mix potting soil, bone meal and vermiculite and spade into the basket until about 2/3 full. Now you can plant your delicious herbs, starting at the center and working your way out to get the desired shape. Fill the gaps with the remaining soil mix, give it a good water, and then you can hang it up and enjoy.